here at UFC Glasgow, obviously the UFC's first show here in Scotland. How does it feel to be on such an historic event for the UFC?
It's great to be in the first card everywhere in the world, especially in Scotland. Like it's not my backyard, but it's really close. It's just insane, you know. Every new event from the UFC in a new country is insane, you know. Like tickets sold out, a matter of hours. So I think the atmosphere is going to be great, and I'm looking forward to it.
You mentioned it not being in your backyard. Obviously, your backyard is the Netherlands.
Yeah.
The MMA in the Netherlands is kind of hit a roadblock there. The cage is banned, and it's kind of people don't really like to. I don't know. There's kind of a stigma about the sport that some people don't like to talk about, and that's why it's not been able to grow as much. Why do you think necessarily that MMA's kind of taken a bit of a back road in Holland?
I think to start off, it's not specifically MMA. I think MMA is always like being the smaller child of kickboxing, of course, Holland being one of the best countries in the world. And just in general, the fighting sport in Holland has, like you said, a bad stigma. It's really hard to organize events. The government is really, you know, really difficult in this matter. But there are already good signs, you know. Recently, some people talked to the mayor of Amsterdam, talking about new events, bigger events again. So I think there is hope, but still a lot has to grow. You know, it's like the sport has to be. It's almost like I always say in Holland. If you say you're a fighter, you know, people think you're a criminal. It sounds really bad, and more or less it's like that, you know, and that's why normal sponsors don't want to sponsor the event. So you get sponsors like the grow shops and, you know, like clubs and stuff like that. And in the end, I think it has to clean itself up, and they're already working on this. Start from small again and getting bigger, but in a proper way.
So obviously it's trying to grow again. Would you say another thing that's important is getting bigger names in Holland? Obviously Alistair Overeem is a name that's always associated with Holland. If you look over to kickboxing, there's guys currently like Rico Verhoeven. There's a lot of big names in kickboxing from Holland. Would you like to see more big MMA names coming out of Holland as well, including yourself?
Yeah, I think it's better in general for everybody in Holland if more fighters come from Holland. It's really difficult, you know. It's like before it was natural to go to kickbox. Not natural, but a lot of fighters went kickboxing because was the biggest. But the landscape changed. Like now, kickboxing is smaller. MMA, of course, is really big, especially in the world. So I think in the next 5-10 years, more fighters from Holland is going to be there. If it has a big impact on the stigma in Holland, I don't really know, because a lot of fighters from kickboxing, like Rico, they already have a clean name, clean fighters. It's not especially like the fighters. It's more just the stigma people think about fighting in Holland, which is the problem.
Yeah. Your last fight, Fabio Maldonado, yes. It was a tough fight for you. You know, reflecting on that bout, is there anything you feel you could have done a bit better?
Last fight was like with Fabio was how do you say? It was good, but bitter. No, not bittersweet, but the fight was good, but difficult end, like a sour end. You know. The moment I felt on my head, I was out for like a split second, and I didn't recover. You know, what I could have done better is not cover up, but try to close the distance again, try to recover different way. But besides that, I was happy about the fight because I showed, you know, if like Fabio is already fighting in the UFC for a long time, he's an established fighter, and if I can trade with him, if I can fight with him, I think I feel I can fight with everybody, you know. So this is the good side of it. Of course, it's sour how it ended, but it's gonna be a W again Saturday.
You're predicting the W. You're going up against Ilir Latifi. You're two guys that predominantly prefer to standing trade. Would you say that benefits you in this fight?
Yeah, I think so. I think he is. He's a strong guy, physically strong guy. I think he hits hard probably, but everybody hits hard in light heavyweight. He's just wild, you know. It's like I think I have way bigger advantage in more technical in the stand-up, and the only thing that could happen to me is if he hits me with one punch and that's it. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna outstrike him. And if it goes to the ground, no problem. I can out-jiu-jitsu him.
Hans, thank you very much and wish you the best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.